going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing a alternator replacement on a Jeep Renegade. This is the 2.4 liter. So first step we're going to do, very important step, make sure you disconnect your battery. Our next step, you're going to want to take note, take some pictures or video of how your serpentine belt goes around all your pulleys. We're going to have to remove the serpentine belt from the alternator. So after you get your pictures of your serpentine belt, you're going to locate your belt tensioner, the pulley right behind the alternator pulley. And that is a 5/8 wrench you're going to need. Get your wrench on, just pull back. You should be able to take your belt. Slide it behind the alternator pulley. So now our next step, you got some connectors. That's your main power to your alternator. There's that little black plastic cover. That'll just pop right off, and then there'll be a nut underneath that. We gotta take that off. So once you get the nut off, go ahead and pull your power wire off. And if you look right behind, there's that other plug right there. That has to come out as well. On the bottom of that plug, there's this little clip that pushes in. You need to pull that out. This is what I was talking about with the red tab on the bottom of that connector. You just pull that red tab back, and then the plug might come out a little hard, but it does pull straight out. Now that we have everything disconnected from the alternator, we can move on to the bolts that hold the alternator in place. These are 1/2 inch. You have this top one here, and then directly underneath the alternator, there's like one here and one here. So we'll go ahead and remove the 2 bottom ones first, and then we'll take the top one out. Here's your top bolt and your 2 bottom bolts, just for some reference when you guys remove the bolts. Make sure you're holding on to your alternator when you remove this top bolt, or else your alternator will just drop. We got our new alternator. We got this little lineup bushing right here. Just like that. Go ahead and grab your top bolt. Get that started and threaded in. Now we'll get our 2 bottom bolts in, and then we'll torque everything to spec. So now that all 3 bolts are back in place, we can go ahead and torque these up. We're going to do 18 foot-pounds. Bolts are all torqued to spec, 18 foot-pounds once again. And we can go down here, plug that back clip in first, and then reconnect our power wire, and then put that safety cover back on. Make sure you push that red tab back in, just so it locks in place. And now we can go ahead and reinstall the serpentine belt. So now that your serpentine belt's on, just go ahead and double check, make sure that your belt is on each pulley properly, so you don't slip the belt and it falls off on you when you go to start your car. Everything else is all set over here, so there's one last thing we need to do, and that is connect the battery. Make sure it clips in place. Now let's make sure this thing starts up and runs like it should be. And that completes this little alternator replacement. If you're not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You guys have a good day.